Good evening. Welcome to Off Constantly. Here with me, I have Backwater.
Hey.
And Samurai.
Hello.
I am your host tonight, Bamba. And tonight, let's see, we have an interesting list of topics. First, we're going to start with the top 10 most popular searches for Americans on Google in 2014. Notice how we're emphasizing for Americans, because I'm sure that our priorities are a lot different than most other nations. But first off, we have Robin Williams. As you know, 2014 was kind of a tragic year for Robin Williams. Anything to add on that?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's when somebody passes away, that's about as tragic as you get.
Life goes on.
It does go on, but
For him.
not for him. Well, depends on your religious beliefs. Next up, we have the World Cup. As you know, the World Cup happened this last summer, and I only really know about it because of Twitter. I know Germany won. It's good for their country. They
Not.
did
Something good to talk
some
about.
good. And I know that they won from Trivia Crack.
Crack.
Black tar heroin. But let's see. Anything to add on the World Cup? Do you watch soccer, Samurai?
No.
No?
Nothing to add to that.
Nothing to add to that.
Liar.
Yeah, Sam hates soccer.
Soccer.
She especially hates World Cup soccer. I know that much.
Really hate it.
Really
Yeah,
hate it.
hates it so much.
That's probably how most of Europe views our Super Bowl, though. You know.
I just hope their balls were inflated.
Oh, no fake pooping.
This is the best show we've ever done.
Third on the list is Ebola, which has been a topic to cover.
You know
Are
what?
you infected?
Ebola, third on
better
the
get off
list, number
stage,
one
man.
in my heart.
Thanks for covering for us
Not
while
a
we were
problem. They're running
in the
late.
restroom. Great job. Hey, Booth, everybody, let's hear it for him.
Wait, what?
What?
What
like
happened?
your
Why
sons.
are we clapping?
That was way better than our show.
What happened? Why are we
Well,
clapping?
we had substitute people here, but we knew you wouldn't notice because you're always on your
Stunt
phone.
doubles.
Substitute people like Invasion of the Body
Yep,
Snatchers?
they were aliens.
Stunt doubles.
So, welcome to Off Constantly. See, he was smoking one of the me
man.
cigarettes, kids.
There-
This is what happens.
There is such a finite amount of
Did
people
you
who
get
will
that
get
back,
that
by the way?
reference.
Okay. So,
Watch Donald Sutherland in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and you will understand that.
Donald Sutherland? Oh, okay. There's another timely joke. I mean, we're just full of them tonight.
Oh, any movie before that was made before I was born.
Should we talk about, oh, God.
How long it takes for one?
Yeah, let's talk about
to
Oh
roll up
God,
one
You Devil,
scene.
Part 1.
This is,
One
or
scene.
I'm
part
just saying,
2.
tonight is my salute to truckers, because you guys make the country go around, and you bring us the delicious goods, and,
And you also waste a lot of fuel. But
oh, always a tree hugger. How are you? Haven't seen you guys in, like, forever. I know you're wearing the same clothes you were last time, so that's a little awkward.
This is my 2015 outfit.
Is it?
Yeah.
All year?
you get one shirt,
You
you
know,
like it,
you know
you'll
how
wear
many
it.
of these jeans, this shirt, and these two shirts I have?
Yeah?
One. And then I wear them all year.
Do you ever bathe?
How do you mean? Like, I mean exactly what, I mean, do you want me to describe what happens when I bathe?
Okay.
Yes.
There's somebody in. Oh, we've got a live studio audience here tonight. Part of it was actually opening the show for us, so thank you. You guys want to introduce yourselves? No?
My name's Jason.
Hi, Jason.
I'm Sam.
I'm Bamba. And we are.
Can I leave this here like
You
this?
can. I don't see any
We don't
reason
really
why
want to see your
not.
face or hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
You can
so
still see my face, you just can't see
You
my
guys have nothing to say?
girth.
I mean, this is a golden opportunity for you to be in front of a major television audience. Like 7
Red
people.
card.
And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So
I don't know. How about you guys do the wave?
We've got YouTube views
Yeah.
we've got YouTube views in the
Michaela?
double digits.
like, I'm not sure if you guys know it or not, but
One more time, folks. We're going to do the wave. Yeah.
That was the most exciting thing
wow,
that's ever
we're
happened.
on YouTube. So, oh yeah, you let it die, Jay.
What did I let that? Oh,
So, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming tonight, taking an evening out of your lives and wasting it with us. First of all, I'm just going to apologize for you doing that. Secondly, I got nothing.
I fear the wind.
I think you guys had a great start to the
I'll
show.
feel the
I think you set the bar like high, so
I'll
nice
feel the
job.
sky tumble.
I'm tumbling down.
We were gonna. Okay, we have subjects actually.
Yeah, great.
We
But
do.
Let's
Sam
get
and
to
I,
'em.
you know, we called each other like. was
I don't
it
know. We call
last
each other on our lunch
Thursday?
break, and we text each other on our afternoon break.
Pretty much joint at the hip.
So I think it was on our lunch break
Okay.
last week.
Okay.
We went to Carboni's.
You
Yep.
hang up, Samurai. No, you hang up, Bamba. No, you hang up, Samurai.
I know, and he always bitches about it.
It was just our regular lunch, except Bamba was picking up the bill
Yep.
today because.
So she ordered like 3 times more than she normally
Yep.
does.
So I ordered.
So it's
I
a
ordered the
walleye.
most.
Just
And then
ordering
you know-
walleye and walleye.
Yeah.
Somebody, okay. It's an
Nope,
inside
nope,
joke
nope.
between me and the audience.
And lobster.
I usually just order the
Oh.
most alcoholic beer.
I not so inside because I got it. Okay. Yes.
I usually order the most alcoholic beer when Bamba buys.
Yes.
'Cause I'm like
They have
9.6.
no. You're like.
And then she takes her little airplane bottle of vodka and pours it
Yep.
into the beer.
And then
to
she's like,
up
every
it.
every
Thank you.
every beer he gets more handsome. So, and that's about where this conversation started. What were we talking about? Do you recall?
You were the one starting the story.
I know I was.
So you better be the one
So
to finish it.
we're going to trump part of this list for take 3 minutes to discuss quite possibly the greatest film of our era. Tusk. Tevin Kith. Say it without spraying.
Smith.
Kevin Smith's new film, Tusk. Anybody heard of it? Okay, Mac. Mac, the
One.
cameraman,
Anyone?
has.
Anyone?
No one?
Has anyone heard of a walrus?
Anybody know what a walrus is?
All right,
So-
now we're talking.
All right. So basically, what happens
Wait,
in this?
second question.
Has anyone heard of a movie?
That's also
All
that is third
right,
question.
all right.
Has anyone heard of a podcast? They know what it is.
Yeah, they've
Okay.
heard of
All right,
Serial.
right
Of
here,
course,
we got-
everybody's heard of
So
Serial.
why don't you give us a quick
Look,
rundown?
you did in the movie. It's like a totally inside podcasting joke. Don't worry about it.
It's cool.
Okay. Sam?
So
Here's what happens.
we got
A podcaster.
scrawny white guy, podcaster,
So I'm thinking of me. Pat.
cocky,
Really
Annoying.
cocky. Jerk.
Aside from the annoying, me.
jerk,
Jerk to his girlfriend,
and others.
but really a jerk to his girlfriend.
Basically, he's got this podcast, and he decides he's going to take a trip to Canada to interview one of his
The
people.
guys that he talked about on his show.
Yeah, a guy that he talked about on his show.
And what did this guy do?
He actually ended up committing suicide.
Right, but he didn't know that till he got there.
And what he did
In the YouTube video?
was,
Yes.
you tell me. I don't remember.
I can't remember. Didn't he cut his leg off with a lightsaber or something?
Something weird.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
It was cool yet idiotic, which made the podcaster want to interview him.
So
Anyway.
basically, he drove up to Canada to make fun of this guy.
Basically.
And he gets there and walks up to the dude's house, and they're just finishing a funeral. So I'm sorry to bring the mood down, but then what happens?
So then he's like, well, I'm supposed to do this podcast. What am I going to do?
What
so
would
he
you do?
goes to the 7-Eleven of Canada, which is called Big Slurp or something. I don't know.
Tim Hortons.
And he heads there.
It's not
It's
Tim
called-
Hortons, but
It's called It's called Gretzky's.
Uh-huh.
He heads to the local Gretzky's.
And there's
Gets
all kinds of funny things about Canada in this. Like, why red, white, but never blue? Because their flag has red and white on it, but never blue. Because they're never sad.
We're not trying to give away too many of the jokes. Just the premise.
And there's some Canada do's and Canada don'ts.
So one of the Canada do's that he does is he reads a flyer that says, I have all of these stories that I want to tell somebody about, and I need somebody to come help me.
And he's a podcaster, and what does he do?
He's like, I need a story.
Tell stories.
So he goes to the guy
To the guy's house.
out in the boonies.
In the boonies.
He says,
And how do we know it's in the boonies?
because he drives there.
But at the convenience store,
What
he
kind of car is he
specifically asks
driving?
where it is.
And they say, oh,
boot?
yeah, that's way out
It's
there.
a boot 2 hours away.
Oh, yeah, it's a boat.
And
It's
he
about
repeats
2
that.
hours.
So
And then the joke is...
I believe it's a Ford Taurus, just for reference.
Doesn't matter. So he gets to the guy's house.
Guy's house.
He's in a wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
Russ.
Guys...
Well, it's a cool wheelchair, though, because it's electric.
Electric.
Okay.
Look at these guys. They're getting on the edge of their seat.
I know.
They are
Look at
excited.
that. Ready? Oh,
Gets to the guy's
just
house.
wait.
The guy starts telling him stories. He gives him a cup of tea.
Would you like a spot of tea?
A spot. He goes...
So he's British all of a sudden now in
He
Canada.
goes, this tea is like tea I've never tasted. He goes, well, the secret is you brew the leaves in bourbon. He goes, ah.
So he's feeling a little tipsy, too, at the same time. And thinks nothing of it, because who's had tea brewed in bourbon?
So then he grabs this interesting creation
Yes.
he sees amongst all of the paintings and arts that this fella has.
Uh-huh.
And he grabs it and he says, you know, what is this? And he goes, well, that is a very powerful and interesting bone. That bone has the capability of impregnating a female walrus. And he says, well, wow, how did you get that? And then what?
He tells him another story. He just basically goes on this tangent of stories. All the time, the camera is getting all fuzzy because you're seeing it from dude's point of view who drank the tea.
Well, wheelchair man
Wheelchair man, what?
tells him, like, well, I grew up with the walrus, and a walrus saved my life.
Well, yeah, he tells him the story of the walrus. And the walrus did save his life until
He got
No,
hungry.
wait a second.
wait.
Can we stop for 1 second?
Yeah.
We got confusing tongues.
Because I want to know, was there an Eggman there?
No.
Were there Eggmen there?
No.
There's
Okay,
But
just want to
there
make
wa-
sure.
There was a cuckoo. So,
Okay, good.
so no.
Well, you know what? Here's a little clue for you all. The walrus was Paul. I know that.
Okay. Anyway, so we find out that this guy is obsessed and loves walruses. So, dude that was drinking the tea wakes up the next morning and guess what?
podcaster dude.
Podcaster dude, cocky SOB, jerk. Guess what?
He wakes up in the wheelchair. No legs.
No legs.
His legs are gone. Where
Gone.
did his legs go?
Bye-bye.
Cut him off.
Well, we later see them in a barrel upside down on ice.
And we also know that he actually took, what was it, the femur? Tibius?
Yeah.
Femur? All right. Which one's in the calf? Which one's in the bottom half of your leg? Tibius.
Tibula, fibula,
Tibula. Is it tibula?
tib-fib. The tib-fib fracture is
So he
both.
takes the tibulus and he actually carves it into tusks. And he inserts these tusks into the guy's mouth.
Phase 1.
Phase 1. Well, legs cut off, I would say, was phase 1.
But that was phase 1.
It's kind of a joint phase.
And then phase 3 is he sews his arms like this. Do you remember that?
What is phase 4?
phase
Is
4?
there a phase in which Doris gets her oats?
Yes. I don't know what that means.
Beetle
Next
Wilson.
thing we know, the guy's
And I
like a
don't know if
full-blown
that's actually
walrus.
Full-blown walrus made out of other humans.
And like
So-
just like a bunch of skin patches, and he's just, "Arr, arr."
He cuts his tongue.
He cuts it off.
It's
It's sick.
It all of a sudden gets
It's
really
disturbing.
disturbing really fast. But at the same time, it's oddly funny. Like,
It's just-
it's hysterical because you're looking at a freaking walrus. But, I mean, if it happened to me, I would be, like, freaking out. But at the same time,
So if your legs were removed
yes,
and the bones were put into your mouth,
that's not half of it. He builds this enclosure with water and,
Yeah, like he's got
at a
this whole
zoo.
like zoo walrus set up for him, and he's like, if you either are gonna live as a man or die as a walrus,
So he throws him in the water.
or live as a walrus or
Die
as a man.
Yeah. And then, so he's trying to swim, but he's got, like, flippers made out of hands.
So it's
It's like
like
a million hands.
it's hard to swim.
And then his skin is made, it's like Leatherface, but made to look like a walrus.
But then he takes it up to the next level. The crazy guy is like, you know, I'm gonna put on my walrus suit, and we are gonna battle to the death.
freaking walrus suit.
So these
And then they have a
human
battle to the death.
walrus creatures are basically battling.
This is a real movie, I swear to God.
We're not making this up.
So, we're going to have an entire episode around Tusk. We only got
actually
10
this is
minutes left.
longer than the actual movie, I
Yeah.
think.
No, it's not.
No.
I watched
But
it
then they
twice.
fight to the death. And once we find out in the movie that once you go walrus, you can't go back.
And we'll leave it at that.
And we'll just leave it there. So
Y'all go watch it.
I have the Blu-ray if anybody wants to borrow it.
I will also note that the lead character, well, the supporting role in The Sixth Sense also makes a appearance.
Haley Joel
Haley
Osment.
Joel Osment.
He got large.
Did he get in charge?
No.
Well, he got in charge of the walrus's
who?
wife.
Nah.
Honestly, no.
No, actually,
It would have been funny if they were like in the convenience store.
Silent Bob
checking
was
out
the
or
director, and Jay, I think he was the producer. So, anyway, so Tusk, rent it. Great
something.
movie.
They also do play Tusk by. Come on, guys.
What the hell was that?
Grateful Dead.
Wait, Tusk by Fleetwood Mac, you mean?
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Same-ish thing.
All right.
That
So
was funnier than the whole movie.
that was right there.
Oh, Grateful Dead. and
Kevin's
Fleetwood
like
Mac?
crawling out of his skin
How could
right
you
now.
do that?
That's awesome. He's so bored. So I brought in tonight a retro pint of games.
Oh,
It's
that
got
looks like
ping
fun.
pong balls, cards, dice. So basically, this is a party in a glass.
Is this my missing Christmas present that I didn't get this year?
No.
Oh, you got a mug.
You haven't even opened it yet. Come on.
Yeah, I did. It's so cool. Look at what's in it. Okay.
No, I want it.
It's like if you
Presents
show up,
for me.
you're at a party and you're like, oh, just another party. All we're gonna do is sit around and drink
If you went to
beer.
a party last Saturday night,
We got Deeses.
nothing. Okay, fine.
This is also called dice.
We got the playing cards. We have
Haven't been opened.
Fantastic Antics, Beer Pong, how to play. Don't you ever read these cards? Snake Eyes.
I live in Uptown.
And then
I
we've
wanna
got
party.
a pint glass with 2 balls
Hmm.
Let's
to
do
play
the
said
glass.
beer con.
Hmm.
It's
That's
real.
a good one. So I bought this at Target for an amazingly low price of, it was like $3. And
Really?
it was the best $3 I've ever spent, I gotta be honest.
Really? Is that why you played the cards so much?
We did. So we're gonna talk about the top 9 topics of the off constantly showing on our poster.
Good.
Yeah.
Are we gonna start with the top Google? Post?
Wait, yeah, without the whole Google thing with
All
this,
right,
was this
all
whole
right. We'll
episode.
run
What
them through them real
happened?
quick, but we're running out of time, right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Top 10 most popular searches for Americans in Google in 2014. Ready?
We've covered the top
Oh, we did.
2.
What did you get to?
Tusk was the one of the top
Third,
two.
and the subject of Tusk. What? Okay, well then let's not talk about Ebola. Shmeola.
Funny thing though, Ebola. When I was in Texas,
Would you stop taking selfies of yourself?
I'm sorry.
As opposed to taking selfies of other people.
Yes.
Stop taking selfies of other people.
No more
Well, some
selfies
people
of
are
other
like,
people.
oh, let's take a selfie. It's like, well, there's 2 of you, so it's a really selfie. Anyway, when I was in Texas, they literally had like.
Second episode that you bragged about
Yeah.
being in
Yeah,
Texas.
why don't you throw it in our face again?
You know, in Texas, things are just so much different. Like,
And, like,
people are
I don't
just
even know what
smarter,
Waco
and
is,
like,
but
it's like seems like
I was
maybe
totally there,
you just
so
go there and they
let's
like
talk about
know
it.
things, and like you
Okay.
go there and you know
So-
things, and like
Can
I
we
feel
have
like
a
I
third episode about Texas, how
learned.
I can, like,
I feel like I
complain about it? 'Cause
learned
that's how I
about
actually feel.
myself. I feel like I
could you
learned
not
about
like Texas?
America that other people don't know about
What
because
would you complain
I
about
went to
Texas?
Texas.
Wait.
I
No,
drove
no,
through
no.
Waco.
She is. She has
I don't really like
complaints about
Texas.
that.
You
How
guys
can
are
you not
sitting
like
here-
Texas?
I don't. I'm not saying. Okay, I don't hate Texas.
It kind of sounds like you do.
There's a lot of things that I don't like about Texas,
Like
but I
what?
do like Texas.
What could you possibly not like about Texas?
Okay,
She
first
hated
of
the
all,
Alamo.
their status of their sediment
There's no
erosion
basement.
control on
No
construction
basement.
sites needs to be controlled.
They're what?
They do not care about the environment that much.
Yeah.
Let's
Because
just
there
leave it
are
at
guns
that.
to care about. Duh.
There is way too much space in between the highways, or just not enough. There's way too many accidents. They give out.
That's
oh,
because
give
they
out
have to dig for oil between.
Where in Texas were you?
They give out YOLO postcards, and you're like, oh, cool,
She
YOLO.
went to
and
the
then you read
Texas
it, and it just
Roadhouse up
goes,
in Blaine.
There is this phrase called YOLO. Well, Jesus does not like this phrase called YOLO. Well, the rapper Drake once rapped about YOLO in his song, blah, blah, blah. and it's like basically the world is ending. You shouldn't say YOLO. You would not
You
find
know
that
what?
in Minnesota.
Okay,
You only would find that
So
in Texas.
I'm pretty sure I found that
Additionally,
exact
they're
same
mad on a
card.
they're mad on a religious level on
why-
the you only live once.
So you took everything that they handed out as swag
I
personally.
could go grab it in my purse. I don't know. I found it on the ground. I was walking and I see this thing.
So
that
you
says
wasn't
YOLO
even
on it.
handed to you.
Oh well, it was definitely out of Texas. I mean, I don't know
Okay,
why
so
it matters.
But you're
yeah,
still not
any-
giving us a good
anything
reason
you
to hate
find on the
Texas.
ground in Texas instantly
I'm not
like
saying I hate Texas.
Maybe you shouldn't pick up litter so much.
I found a dead armadillo.
I also found a
and I was
ring.
like, armadillos shouldn't be
Oh,
dead.
man.
They should be alive.
Was it like a real ring?
I also
What
am
up,
walking
Texas?
downtown Dallas and I'm like, oh, like where am I? I'm looking at this map
and
then
you're
I
like,
go,
da 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 da.
That is the second episode
what
in
about
which
Dal-
physical violence has been used against me.
Sam's.
Does that hurt?
No,
You
my
gotta cut down on the
soul.
vitamin B.
Well,
Whoa.
I don't like to be interrupted when you guys are like, you're throwing words in my mouth and trying to be funny, but I'm trying to tell you facts.
Okay, we're waiting for him.
Okay, so I'm walking
Are you
down the
trying to tell us the facts of life? No. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you're growing. Now you know about the facts of life. The facts of life. And the world can never be. Oh,
Can you see
all right.
me? Am
I
off
thought you were gonna
camera?
hit me again.
I don't know what just happened. Okay, so the facts about what?
So I'm looking at the map,
Yeah.
and it's like a 3-tier billboard just on the street. I don't know what you call it, like a triangle billboard,
Okay.
3 different sides.
Okay, yeah.
So then the other sides is like, how can I keep myself from getting Ebola? It's like, no one in Minnesota would put a billboard of that up here.
That's a good question. Did it have like a website? to
Well,
go
the
to?
problem is that
It
you
was
went
just
there,
so-
and that was where the Ebola outbreak kind of like
Yeah.
that first guy did.
right,
So
I
that's why it
guess.
was bigger there.
So, we didn't have a scare here, so.
I mean,
If we
Texas
did,
is okay, but
I don't
Did
know
you
if you
go on
remember, there was the Uncola
outside
scare.
of Dallas, between Dallas and Fort
No.
Worth, the freeway that is like 200 feet up in the air?
yeah, that's stupid too.
Scary.
It's
What is
stupid.
that?
Why? Why do they
Oh.
have to be that high? There's no reason.
W's got to go.
How are
Okay.
there soils in Texas?
Hey, Sam, there are soils in Texas, but I'm going to tell you about the most searched for soil term in 2014, and that's soil-related helminths. Soil-transmitted helminths, which is basically a soil-transmitted diseases, specifically worms, round, hook, and whipworm. They affect some 300 children in the world, and the World Health Organization spends a lot of time treating these children, the World Health Organization.
Who does that?
Who?
Are there doctors there?
You get where I'm going with that? Who?
There are doctors, yes, with who, doctors.
So
who,
like, there's Doctor Who's?
So soil-transmitted helminths is the most researched soil term
Knock,
in
knock.
2014.
Knock, knock.
That who?
I got a
comment
joke,
just
I got a
made
joke,
was
I got a
the
joke. Knock,
funniest
knock.
thing I've ever
Bamba,
said.
What do you mean helmets?
who's there?
Doctor.
You wear them?
Doctor Who. And back to you, Sam.
Okay, you wear the helmets? I don't.
Why has this episode been worm hate? Or the last 2 episodes, it's all about worm hating.
Yeah.
Stars are bright.
Oh, the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Deep in the heart of Texas. Wait,
Is that 24?
we got 24 minutes left?
Oh, we
30
got
seconds.
13 seconds left. Okay, well, that was an interesting show. Sam got upset.
We will also remind
We
you of the
spent
other
an
things.
inordinate
Google.
amount of time. I wanted to go through that Google list, and then we have to sit and talk
Well,
about.
I was about to say it.
Let's
You
talk
started
about-
talking. Malaysia Airlines.
Okay, Malaysia Airlines, Flappy Bird, ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, ISIS, Ferguson, I'm guessing Missouri, not Craig,
I don't know. Clarissa's brother.
Frozen, Ukraine.
So actually, we actually have a reference that we both know about.
Wait, what is it?
Woo!
Who's
Na 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 na.
whose sister?
Na 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 na. Hey, cool.
I don't know what's happening. Who's Ferguson?
Clarissa's brother?
I don't know who Clarissa is.
Clarissa would have explained it all to you, but she's busy. She's busy with
All right,
Lawrence.
that's it. We're getting kicked out of here. Thank you once again to our studio audience who was kind enough to come spend the
Best
evening
in the
with us.
biz.
Does this work?
Now, believe it or
Thank
not,
you.
we have limited edition autographed off constantly posters for everybody in the audience tonight. I know some shows you get cars, here you get worthless pieces of crap. So
Hang it
we'll
in
have
your
those
locker,
out here
kids.
for you.
Hang it in your
Hang it in your
locker.
locker. Spread the word about how terrible the show is. And that's a wrap.
Don't smoke e-cigs.
No smoking anything. Peas and carrots.
See you later, guys.
Well, you can smoke peas and carrots.
I'm shaking. Can you see it? No. I'm totally shaking.
I'm shaking it, boss. I'm shaking it.
Like a Polaroid picture.